Okay everybody, I cleared the demo of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and here I am going to give you my first and second impressions because I went back and played it again a little bit. First of all, like from the moment I started playing it to the moment I started ending it, if that makes any sense, I kept trying to change a 3D slider because I felt like it's a 3D game, so I was like, oh, this is on the 3DS. Nope, it's not on the 3DS, it is on the Switch. So I was like kind of disappointed because I wish like in another timeline somehow like a smaller version of this could have been ported to 3DS and that the 3DS wouldn't have been discontinued by Nintendo, because in 3D, I really wish I could see this game in 3D. That is, first of all, a testament to how good the 3D is in this game, but also just the fact that I wish that I could slide it into 3D just like on the 3DS. Second of all, we all knew this, but games like Kirby Blow Up Blast and Kirby Battle Royale were predecessors to this. Those were completely testing games, beta games, to creating a full-on 3D game. Kirby Blow Up Blast was for like bare basic Kirby's Dream Land mechanics, and then Kirby Battle Royale tested the ability of copy abilities, and it's very clear in this game how that was implemented. I'm actually fascinated by how little, like how in the test games like Blow Up Blast and Battle Royale, they actually did it better than what they put in here. I'm sure they were limited. I know they've been working on this game for many years, but it's weird. I feel like they could have added more because they already figured it out and they already did it in past games, so why didn't they put it in this one? I was kind of confused about that. Second of all, in my first impressions, I didn't realize this, but first of all, you automatically inhale by default. You can't spit out copy enemies. You can change this setting. I realized that in my second impression. You can change that so you don't automatically swallow enemies that have copy abilities with them. Another thing that I noticed almost right away was that the flight height is limited. You can only fly so high, and Kirby gets tired after a bit. So you do have to keep that in mind. I think that I forgot which other game it was that was like that, where you couldn't keep flying like that. I can see why they did that though, so you couldn't just go up infinitely in the sky. Like, if anybody remembers the Sonic Boom Knuckles glitch, kind of like that sort of situation. And then he gets tired after a bit, so it discourages you from constantly flying and stuff. Another thing was the camera. I feel like the camera's pretty good. It is adjustable, not like full-on adjustable like Super Mario 64 or anything, but it's pretty good. And I like the way they did it so far from the levels that I played in the demo. I like the world interactions, like how you can attack signs and kick cans. You can also swallow cans, but you can also kick cans, which is very nice. The collision's pretty good. I like the collision in this game, although I know that there's going to be some sort of like day one out of bounds glitch. Whatever, people can do what they want. When you pause on the pause menu, Amiibo Compatibility is evident. We already knew this, but you can't use it in the demo. I already have my Kirby Amiibos, so I will see what that does in the future once I get the full game. Also interesting, I don't know if if this was in a previous Kirby game and I didn't see it before, but it tells you when you hit a checkpoint, which I think is very interesting that they added that. So if you get to a certain spot in the world, it's like you hit a checkpoint, or this is a checkpoint right here. So that's an interesting thing that they added. Another thing is the copy abilities themselves. First of all, with the bombs, like in past Kirby games, there was kind of like a limited amount you could throw at once or that could be around at once, but it seems like there's like infinite bombs for this when you're Bomb Kirby, and I'm gonna keep talking about that a little bit more later, but Bomb in this game, so historically, in my opinion, Bomb has been like one of the lowest tier copy abilities, kind of on the weaker side for how you could use it. In this game, out of the 3 or 4 copy abilities they let you use so far, Bomb is just overpowered. Even when the other ones are evolved and Bomb is not, Bomb is just OP. It's the most overpowered thing I've seen in my entire life. I've never seen such a buff in my entire life. Somebody loved Bomb, and they gave Bomb a lot of love in this game because it is just crazy how overpowered that is. What else? So when you are in Mouthful Mode, like if you become Car Kirby or Vending Machine Kirby, you keep your hat, which was interesting. I didn't remember seeing that in the trailer, but maybe it showed that. And when you see the sad Elfilin, that made me really sad. So even if Elfilin like betrays us in the end, it's really cute. So I'm glad they kept the theme with Kirby where your friends, even if they're enemies in the end, they start off cute, kind of like Maglor. Another super interesting thing, there's slow motion in this game. So like when you defeat a series of mini bosses or you defeat a boss, it ends with like this little slow motion effect, which I thought was super cool that they added that into this game. And then between, I don't know if it's going to be different in the full version, but in the demo you can't keep your copy abilities between stages. I hope that changes, because in past Kirby games you have been able to carry over your copy abilities between stages. I also thought it was interesting, there's these little missions in between the level. Again, I don't know how it's going to be different between the demo and the real version, but there's little missions that, as you're going through the level, you can pause to see all the missions. So far they're very basic. I don't know if they'll get harder and harder as you go on, but I actually like that, how they have little missions that you can complete and get tiny rewards from that. Let's see what else. Vending Machine Mouth has a soda can limit, but you can refill. Again, I don't remember seeing that in the trailer. Maybe I just missed that and I was ignorant. But I thought that was pretty cool, so you can pick up the soda cans that you shoot. And there is a limit, so you can't just constantly go pew 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 pew. Something super fun that I enjoyed is how you can cartwheel. You can cartwheel as Kirby. I repeat, you can cartwheel. That was a lot of fun to play around with as I was figuring out the movesets. Speaking of which, I didn't see movesets anywhere. Usually when you pause the game, somewhere it tells you like what you can do, like slide. You can slide in this game, but it doesn't tell you how. You know, run, jump, how to use your copy ability. They didn't show that anywhere, which I was really surprised by that. And I'll get into that a little bit more soon. The D-pad, if you play around with the D-pad buttons, each little thing does a different cute reaction, and the reactions change if you're in Mouthful Mode or if you're not in Mouthful Mode, which you should definitely play around with because I thought that was super cute. And the collectible, I think it's the collectibles for this game, but the collectibles for this are these little capsules that, as you keep seeing in this little movie, you get little capsules that can be like a Kirby capsule or a Maxim Tomato capsule. I think that's interesting. It's kind of like Smash Brothers trophies. That's what it reminds me of, at least. So, hopefully that turns out good and it doesn't turn out annoying, like trying to get just one capsule. I wonder if there will be like rare capsules, kind of like how there's rare keychains and rare stickers in Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot. We'll see about that. And did I mention the Mouthful Mode D-pad moves are different, like between the Mouthful Modes, as opposed to Kirby? I know that I said that like a minute ago. You can save Waddle Dees in Mouthful Mode, and when you do that, a different animation will play, which is a cute little detail. You must inhale dropped abilities. You can't walk into them, which I kind of assumed because of the way they look, but there's no longer the 2D star that bounces around the stage. Like if you drop a copy ability, it just stays in this orb, and it looks like you can walk through the orb, but you can't. You actually have to inhale that. So just a little detail there. I just love how the capsules have cute prizes though, so you collect them through the level and then they have these adorable little prizes, and just the design of them is super cute. I also like how in the boss, the two enemies that are at the bottom that chase you, you can actually send them up the escalator if you attack them and shoot them up there. I thought that was a cute detail. You can't see copy ability attacks. I mentioned that earlier. And Ice was nerfed. So similarly with Bomb, how I've never seen such a buff in my entire life, I don't know the last time I've seen a nerf this bad. Ice was nerfed so hard, and it confused me so much because I thought, oh, maybe when you evolve you get more copy ability movesets and stuff, but after I evolved and I started going through my second impressions of the game and play again, it seemed to like the attacks were all upgraded, but I didn't see anything new, which was super disappointing because in Kirby Battle Royale, Ice had all these movesets like it usually does. Ice usually has a million different things you can do. It does differ from game to game, but I was really surprised that they just took out pretty much everything from Ice. I think there's only 2 things you can do. You can, like, besides skating, you can blow ice, and then you can be this little snow globe. But what happened to the flurry? Like, when you jump in the air, why can't I do the flurry? Why did they take that out? And that's just one of the many things they got rid of with that. I don't know why they nerfed Ice so hard like that. Anyway, so second impressions, you can cancel auto-inhale by changing the settings. The evolved copy abilities are cool. They are cool, they look cool, really cool. Evolved Bomb is the most overpowered thing I've seen in my entire life. I thought Bomb couldn't get any more overpowered. Started playing with Evolved Bomb and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't even. You can't change my mind. The other evolved abilities don't hold a candle to this so far, the other 3 of them. Even unevolved Bomb is just overpowered, I said that earlier. Caged Waddle Dees turn into coins if you re-enter a stage, which I like seeing instead of the Waddle Dees in there. You just see this like pile of money in the little cages. That's a really cute little detail. And I noticed there were similar tortoises in Planet Robobot to the Tortuldings in this game. So you notice those tortoises that look like buildings are called torteldings. There were similar tortoises that in Planet Robobot in like the city area and stuff. So that was an interesting comparison that I made. I do like the blur and focus for the world and objects. So if you have like a rock that's in the camera and you get closer or farther away, I like seeing how it blurs and unblurs. Not gonna lie, Evolve Ice, excuse me, freaks me out with the Mr. Frosty Snowmen. And no, I just don't like how it upgrades when it evolves. Maybe the third evolution will bring something better. It was just super disappointing. Biggest nerf in the whole game. Why did they take all of Ice's moves out? They were in Kirby Battle Royale. And speaking of Kirby Battle Royale, one more thing. They should have added an extra attack button for additional moves and stuff. I never thought a beta game like that would have done it better than the final version here. I'm still kind of in disbelief over that. But yeah, I don't even know. Also, you can't use the touchscreen if you're in handheld mode. Like, I tried using handheld mode and touching things, and it didn't seem like I could do anything, which was really disappointing because in Super Mario 3D World, like, you can do all this touchscreen stuff, and all other Switch games, they do have touchscreen things, but I don't know why that wasn't included for this at all. Even in Star Allies, you can use the touchscreen a little bit, so I don't know what was up with that. Let me know what you think. What were your first and second impressions in the comments below? I did pre-order the game. I am getting it when it comes out, March 25th, I believe. And I will be playing it on Twitch, live on stream, twitch.tv/pinksal if you want to come watch me play. I hope it's good. My first impressions, there were pros and cons. And just personally for me, PPS right here, I'm kind of upset personally. I shouldn't get upset about this at all. But, like, first of all, I haven't seen the actual game. But everyone I hear keeps saying, oh, this looks amazing, this is gonna be the best game ever, yeah. But the people who are saying that have never played a Kirby game before, and they will say, I'll ask, like, hey, have you ever played a Kirby game? No, but this looks great, and I'm gonna play it because it's in 3D. If you've never played a Kirby game before, go play a Kirby game, because I feel like this won't be the best Kirby game ever. There have been a lot of super good Kirby games. My favorite game of all time is Kirby Planet Robobot. If you have a 3DS, go download that and play it, because that is, I'm not saying it's the best game of all time, but that's my personal favorite of all time. And Kirby games in general, I just love them. So it's fine if this is your first Kirby game, but don't let it be your last. Keep playing Kirby games because they're really good, they're really fun. I'm glad more people are getting into them because of this game. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. In the meantime, stay awesome, stay gaming, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!